Here we are, Hastings Beach, and we're looking at some of the shingle problems we've had in the last few years with the accumulation of huge deposits of shingle. The shingle build-up has become something of a serious problem in the last few years, and as from here you can see the gradient, which is hopefully not going to go as high as it was in the past. There's one of our boats coming ashore. You can see we're a beach launch fleet, which is unusual in itself, and we haul up over the shingle as this is Graham Coglan's boat coming ashore now, one of the last of the traditional luggers, which is a clinker built vessel. He's coming up over the beach. There's a fairly sensible gradient there at the moment. It's not too bad, it's not too much of a problem at this time. Pulling the trows up as they pull over the beach. As you can see, the boats, when they come ashore, they actually stick onto the beach. You put wooden trows under them, and that allows them to come up over the shingle without actually sinking down in. Another one of our vessels, various weights obviously on these boats. This is a steel vessel, probably weighing about 9 to 10 tonne. Graham's, the wooden boat, as you saw previous, probably weigh somewhere between 10 to 15 tonne, and some are a little heavier still. This is another boat, one of our fiberglass newer vessels. It's a Cygnus, and they have to be adapted to work on the beach, so you don't have bilge runners as a natural build, and they're adapted to have runners to keep them upright when they come onto Shingle Beach. Another boat coming in, and there's one in the background. There's a large catamaran. It's quite a huge vessel, obviously, and if the gradients are too steep, then you obviously have a tremendous problem with a purchase pulling a vessel of that size up over the beach. And as you see there, that's perfect. That's just how we like it. Gradual gradient, not a problem at all. Easy to get the wood under, and it's not a serious problem if you come ashore in strong winds. A lovely shot, nice day, sun's out, perfect gradient. What more can you ask for? You can see this is some of the beach work to take off some of the height along on the Westmouth end. That's Mark Ball, who's had to shift to Rye, had to take his boat to Rye because he couldn't get over the gradient, it was so steep. Sometime later you'll probably be able to see some shots of how steep the gradient was. It was almost like 20-30 degrees, and it almost like pulling the boat up a cliff face. And that's something which has been prevalent in the last few years with the build-up of shingle, which has actually created these problems, and so much so that some of our boats have actually literally gone to other ports because they can't heave up at all. The build-up's accumulated on the western side of the harbour, and once it's accumulated there, and it's protection from the foreshore from the west, but it's also created a problem on the east side of the harbour where the shingle gradient, as you can see there, is so steep that the boats literally can't get up over it. They've done a very good job, and you can see from the amount of shingle that's actually being extracted that it makes a tremendous difference to the amount of shingle and the way the boats lay. It's much safer. There's some of the shingle being accumulated into a pile for removal, and that will be removed to the west of the harbour. There was an ongoing budget over a period of time for allowing the shingle to be redeployed and levelled out, but it's something which has gone amiss in the last 5 to 10 years. It used to happen in the past, and it was a regular occurrence for the local authority to actually level the shingle out and open and shut the sluice gates which were provided back in the 90s, early 90s. There's a natural drift west to east, which is something that has always been. These are marine mobile deposits, different from Hastings Shingle Bank, which is it's an Icelandic static deposit which was set down during the Ice Age. I'm not sure how much shingle was actually taken, but I'm sure you'll have the figures later, but it was enough to make a significant difference to the boats, especially to the Westmouth end. There's a better picture of how the aggregate was actually moved down to give you a better gradient and a safer gradient to actually come ashore. The purchase on these vessels when they come, you know, almost upright is tremendous. Yeah, that's how it should be, and how it's been for many generations.